Hi, my name is Keith, and we are here at the Healing Arts and Massage School. And for this segment, we'll be looking at the actual mechanisms, the locking mechanisms for a massage chair that we commonly use. If you've seen our other video on the setup and takedown of the massage chair, getting it in and out of the bag, that would be also helpful as well. So the mechanisms that we'll be working with today are the locking mechanisms associated with the headrest, as well as the armrest, and demonstrate how they can be adjusted. So these are the locking mechanisms. They're referred to as cams on the headrest portion. There are two. This top one right here enables us to articulate this, and then the second one articulates this right here. When they're both locked, you can also move this up and down, and this will stay stable. When we do make adjustments, it's really best to articulate both of them at the same time, because you'll have greater range of adjustment when attempting to form this to the actual person in the chair. And a person needs to be in the chair after many chair massage experiences. You'll probably be able to look at a person and then make the adjustments as they're walking up and be fairly close. But again, making sure that both of them are unlocked so you have a greater range of movement and adjustment, and then locking both of them before you let go of the face rest. Ideally, their face is actually touching the face rest here so that you can actually form it to their body. Lower here we have the armrest. Once the armrest is set, it's best to leave it in its position. The only time that you would probably change it if you had somebody that was smaller and their arms were shorter as far as their upper arm. At that point you can articulate this right here. There's a locking mechanism. I'll try to get that out of the way. So there's another one of these same cams right here, like so. So you can bring this up like that, and then use this strap to secure it so it's up higher. From this raised position here, we can also adjust it so that it can accommodate one of our taller clients whose arms are a little bit longer. This can be brought down like so, and then lock that in position. Ideally, you want this to be level rather than tilted forward or too far back, like so. Okay, so try to make this level, and then you can secure that. Again, the idea is that this will stay the same for most people. It's only when you have somebody that's particularly shorter and you would bring it up higher, or you had somebody that was particularly taller and it looked as though their shoulders were raised up because this was too high. And mostly what you want is not much weight to be on this armrest. It's only designed to lightly hold somebody up. It has some stability, so I can press on it, but the idea is that their arms and shoulders are at their full length, and only a little bit of weight is actually on this armrest. So for this segment, we'll be demonstrating greeting a client, demonstrating how they're supposed to be in the massage chair, and then we'll go through a basic progression for chair massage. They've already been through the intake process with an assistant that's working with us, so they've signed in, they've signed a release form, and their consent form as well, which is a very important part of the overall process for professional massage and bodywork therapy, even with chair massage. So hello and welcome. You'll be sitting in this chair. You'll sit there, your knees rest there. This is for your chest and your torso. Your arms will rest there, and then we'll adjust this for your face as well. So go ahead and have a seat there. Good. And then lean forward. We'll take your glasses from you, and we'll set them over here. Excellent. This is just our starting position. Our right hand is here at their cervical and top of their thoracic spine, and our left hand is here at the base of the lumbar and top of the sacrum. From there, we're just positioning ourselves so that we're in the center. We just alternate our body weight from one foot to the other, and we're keeping our arms relatively straight. This portion of the progression involves hand walking down the spine and then back up the spine. Paying close attention to not be on the spine itself. Our hands are on either side of their vertebral column. The technique does involve pressing and then rolling as we transfer the body weight. We press and roll, so there is a little twist. And it's important to keep our hands relaxed, so our fingers are relaxed, and we're just simply applying pressure through mainly the heel of our thumb and a little rotation as we transfer the body weight. From there, we just simply hand walk so that we're on one side, and we're just simply transferring body weight and alternating one hand pressing down on the shoulder and then the other one pressing here between their scapula and their vertebral column. We'll then continue with that hand walking technique all the way down the spine. In this segment, we're not really twisting our hand like we did before. Here we're doing a heel to ball of hand technique. So it's heel to ball of hand. So it's almost like hand walking. And still we keep this core body movement from our legs, moving our core, alternating back and forth. Once we get to the top, usually I'll go down and up the spine 3 times. We get to the top, I'll hand walk my way to the other side, just sidestepping, and then complete that same process again. This is for demonstration purposes only, so I would normally go down and back up 3 times. You could do more. I come back to the center and go back to that. Walking down and up the spine with a gentle twist as you're applying your body weight. After we've done that 2 to 3 times, I'm going to come over here to the other side. Again, I keep this body moving back and forth like that, kind of rocking back and forth. But now, instead of working on the same side of the spine region right here, on this side of the back, I'm going to work from this side on the opposite side. It's important for us to press down into the chair, and here we can use the heel of our hand to press the tissue away from the spine a little bit. So we've gotten closer to the chair so that we're working on the opposite side. I'll go down and up. And usually I do this in sets of 3. From there, I'll simply walk and do the same thing on the other side. I only went down and up once. Normally I would do that at least 3 or more times, depending on the time we have. Once I come to here, I can go back down and up the spine. Again, all of this is on the balls of the feet and transferring body weight. At this time, we're going to attempt to incorporate the arms. So I'm going to do the arm on this side so that you can see what it looks like from that angle, and then I'll do the other side as well. Here, we're going to actually use both hands at the same time and do an upward flush technique where we squeeze and then lift up. And this is for the shoulder and the arm. Then I get to their forearm and I'm squeezing their forearm alternately coming to their hand, and then I'll show you the hand techniques that I would normally do on that side. I do them on both sides. I simply walk my way back up here, come all the way around. As I'm going around, I'm doing that same alternating hand technique, and here's the squeeze and lift technique that we use at the arm. This is the tricep on the backside or posterior aspect, bicep up front. This is a lift technique like so. Then alternating, squeezing the forearm and the hand at the same time. When we get here to the wrist, I'm going to use my fingers to come in contact with the palm of the hand, and then I'm going to gently pull away from the center. Similarly with these fingers right here, I match them up with their fingers, the sections of the digits, and with that palm of the hand, I just squeeze into the palm of the hand 2 or 3 times, and also at the same time, I'm alternating squeezing their wrist here. I'll switch hands to catch the index finger and the thumb. Then I'm actually going to work on the hand itself. I'm going to rotate this not much more than 45-degree or 60-degree angle. If we go further than that, we're starting to twist the arm and forearm close to the elbow there and putting pressure on the wrist and the elbow region. So I just have it that way, and I position myself so that I can alternately squeeze the heel of the hand, particularly the heel of the thumb, and then alternating thumb pressure out throughout the thumb, and then each individual segment of the fingers as well. I'll switch to do these last 2 fingers. And then I return their hand back to that position. I might do that opening up the palm technique as well. Then I'm going to incorporate both hands together, squeezing here, walking my way up to the shoulders, reposition my feet so that I'm alternating back and forth here at the shoulders. A lot of this is an alternating technique until we get to the neck. When we get to the neck, we keep things symmetric so that both sides are doing the same thing. And I'm just doing a gentle rolling on the soft tissues of the posterior neck here till I get to the scalp. I'll put a light pressure here on the occipital ridge, the base of the scalp here. Same thing, just press and roll, press and roll, press and roll. Here I'm going to be squeezing at the occipital ridge back here, but also providing some support at the temple and front of the scalp up here so that I'm not pressing them into the face place too much. Then I'll step my way around so that I catch their temples. And again, it's press and roll. We're not scrubbing the scalp. We're pressing and then moving the skin across the underlying bone. And I've made a progression where I've progressively moved back this way. I'm here at the occipital ridge, a little bit here at the neck, and then you can see my hands are in the position that I really began this progression with. And I go right back into that technique of working on their back, their shoulders, all the way through their low back. And I would usually go up and down, or really down and up, 3 times. And to finish up with the massage, we're going to do a finishing technique where we simply position ourselves, and you can do light stroking up the spine. This is energetically waking the body's energy up. You can also do a technique like so. Think of angel wings, butterfly wings, whatever it is that you like to think of. It's a positive image. And finish with that light stroking up the spine to re-energize the body. Then coming around here, keeping them in the chair until you're ready with your foot standing on the front of the chair there, and then encouraging them to gently ease up, and always thank them for their participation. So thank you again for joining us. Again, my name is Keith at the Healing Arts and Massage School. This segment was on chair massage, an actual demonstration of how a person gets into the chair, and then a basic progression. We did abbreviate certain portions of it just for the demonstration aspect of it. Of course, you can lengthen the chair massage session or even making it shorter. So chair massage usually lasts approximately 8 to 10 or 15 minutes, not typically more than 20 minutes. So again, you can increase the number of times that you work on an area, spend more or less time on a specific area. But again, thank you for joining us for this chair massage session. And again, my name is Keith at the Healing Arts and Massage School.